Hey guys, this is Heretic and it's October 13th, 2022, and in this video we're going to go over the update that just came out. The majority of this update involves totems and we're going to focus on that, but first I'm going to knock off some of the other items that are included in this update, including changes to the best score in the Anubis Tower from previous week to previous 4 weeks. In addition, when you use the Alliance skill, Valhalla, the amount of Alliance honor needed to recall souls from that has been greatly reduced. So it looks like this is a buff to Valhalla. We'll have to try it out when we have Crown or another event where we're actually going to lose some troops. All right, so let's go ahead and focus in on the big changes, and I'll show you how it affected me personally in totems, because I have been working on my totems here in 1544. So the big change is where we used to have an increase in attack or an increase in health for one particular troop type. It's now changed to both. So for example, if it's frontline, it's going to change your health points from just being cav HP to being cav and infantry HP. So as you're working on your totem force, you'll actually be able to, every single round that you go to, the next tier, the next item will apply to you in some way. Either it's going to affect your backline or your frontline. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. And in addition, instead of just going to 3 levels, it now goes to 6 levels, but each level, while it costs less as far as materials, you get less points per level. All right, so we'll get to that in just a second. Adjusted the purple and orange totem stats. After the adjustment, the same number of rune stones that you use to upgrade your force before the change will get more stats. Reduce the cost of totem skills and increase the max limit of the totem skill level. So we'll look at totem skills as well. Adjusted the number of items available for exchange in the totem shop. We'll take a look at that as well. And let's go ahead and get into it. So once the update came out, that's what we just kind of went over. Before that, they went into the full totem system adjustment info here. So it's changing, infantry HP or cav HP to infantry and cav HP boost. So they have kind of made it more generalized, like I was talking about earlier. Same thing on attack. Same thing on your damage reduction or damage increase. It works the same way. And they have some examples here. This is interesting. You had before, you would have changes infantry HP all the way up to 3.6. Now, for the same level, would change infantry and cav to plus 2.4. And you'll see how that works in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and go over and take a look at totems. All right, so let's talk about how these changes directly affected me, the before and after. I haven't bought any extra or anything. I just went in and applied. So before the update, I had, and if you can click over here where it says stats overview, click that. And it will give you a complete overview of how your totem force directly affects your stats. So before, I had a 0.8 infantry attack and 2.4 infantry defense. After, I have no infantry defense at all. Okay. Before, I had 3.6 infantry HP and 3.6 cav HP. Now I have 10.4 infantry and cav HP. Before, I had 3.6 archer attack and I had 7.2 mage attack. Now I have 9.6 archer and mage attack. So it's gone up. And the defense on the back line, I don't have any. And before I had mage defense of 2.4. And in addition, I have a 0.9 archer and mage damage dealt boost using the same number of runestones. I didn't have any before, so that is definitely an increase. So that's a good increase. As well, before I was at totem skill 2, and now I'm able to get up to totem skill 4, which is a little bit more than what I had before. I believe I was at 4.5 before, and now I'm at 4.8 at level 4. It's a lot easier to move up. So the next level for me, previous to the update, it would have cost me 300 tattoos here, and now it only cost me 145. But the bad thing is, before, if I got to skill level 6, I would get the additional skill here. Now I have to get to 11, but I think it all balances out with the number of the sonic tattoos that I need. So the biggest thing here, to me, and we can look through just real quick. So if you go through and you look at these, you can see instead of this just being infantry HP boost, now I get infantry and cav. You know, instead of just being archer or mage, I get both. Same thing. You know, back row troops HP there. Damage taken. And you see it's all kind of generalized as you go through. So if we go up the list, you can kind of see, you know, what's happening here. And let's get over to the last skills here. All right, damage. Very good. All right, so the best thing that's new here is now we actually have the materials in the hot shop, in the sale. So it's in the dailies. Check it out. So now you can get 165 for $3.99, and you know, and the runestones go a lot further than they did before. So this is all new. So this is definitely going to affect spending. You know, you can get your purple tattoos here. All right, so this is all new. And to me, this is the best thing out of here. Because before, the only thing that we could do is we could go over to the regular store, and it's quite a bit more to get the same thing. So it was, what, 165 over there. I get, for $3.99. So, you know, it comes out to being more, and I'll do the math here and show you the difference in the number of runestones or the purple tattoos that you can get. So looking at the changes here, let's say you're still using the blue totems. The changes are not there for some skills once you get to purple. And then if you look at the orange, the gold here, I call it the orange. It's the same thing. You get both together. So it looks like it's across the board. Look at that crit rate strike boost. That's awesome. All right. So what they're trying to do here is they're trying to make it so, like, if you're stuck, you know, over here, and the next skill that you have to go to is, you know, before would have been, let's say you're a mage player, and the next one was archer. Would you really spend, or would you even use the points you get in an event to boost that up when it's not really going to immediately affect you? Probably a lot of people wouldn't do it. So they would wait until until they were able to just bypass that level, get to the next one. Or they just wouldn't focus here. They would focus on some other stat. So by doing this, now every single one of these, for the most part, like, you're going to have some frontline attack or something that maybe you don't care about. Although later on, your cav attack seems to be really good. Now every single tier here is going to be good for you. So it does make sense for you to use your points or spend to build up to that next level. It's actually going to have a big effect on your tech. All right, so I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below this video if you do have any feedback or you've seen something that maybe I missed here. It is a pretty big update for us, when it comes to tech and when it comes to the viability of totems in our sets. So take care.